everyone. I'm chef and presenter Esra Tokelli, and I welcome you from the Mahmood Rice kitchen. This week, at Mahmood Rice kitchen, I've prepared an absolutely amazing dish. It's something everyone loves and never gets tired of eating. For this week, we are going to be preparing liver pilaf. Of course, preparing pilaf with liver requires certain techniques, and I'm here to tell you all of them. For this, we must first prepare the pilaf. What do we need to prepare the pilaf? First, I place my pot on the fire, but before that, I add a very small amount of oil. Look, I'm adding it very sparingly. First, I'm combining the pine nuts with the rice. They will turn a little pinkish from the stirring. And I have an onion, I'm quickly getting that. Now I'm chopping my onions very finely, my dear viewers. Just like this. Yes, dear viewers, I need pine nuts. I've mixed the pine nuts very nicely and their color is turned golden. What do I do now? I'm quickly taking the pine nuts out of the pot. Look, I'm explaining things step by step, so you don't need to use all of those pots. Now the pine nuts have taken on the flavor and scent. I set that aside. What do I do now? My pot has hot oil in it. I quickly add the onions. Yes, add it in just like this. After I added the onions, I will need a teaspoon of salt along with a teaspoon of sugar. And I stir it like this. I don't want the onions color to change. I just want it to soften and saute a little. While the onion is frying, what am I doing? On this side, my pan, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. And now, I'm adding the liver that I chopped into the pot. And it will fry just like this. Now, my lovely viewers, liver is one of those things that boils very, very quickly. If the cooking temperature is too high, it quickly starts to dry out and turns out very tasteless. But if you cook it for just a few minutes, it turns out very flavorful and delicious. Because we're adding the liver to the rice, we only stir the liver for a few minutes. Can we prepare the liver and the rice in the same pot? Yes, we can. But as I said, the liver would change the color of the pilaf. And we don't want the rice color to change. We want to see every single ingredient we added. I'll stir the liver beautifully 2 or 3 more times. I've turned off the heat. My liver is ready, dear viewers. What else do we have? We have the Mahmood Basmati rice, which I've already soaked in water for 30 minutes. I'm adding it to the onion. And I quickly pour the hot water over it. We want the rice to stick together slightly. Now, you might ask, Isra, you haven't used any spices with it. Look, in pilaf, especially when preparing it, we add the spices at the last step. Then, when the rice is boiling, the spices will change the color of the rice. We don't want the pilaf color to change. We want to see the color of our rice, taste the flavors of the spices, have the pine nuts stand out separately, and also the raisins be seen clearly. Yes, my dear viewers, now I'm opening the lid of the pilaf. Wow, it has such a beautiful aroma. It looks delicious. Now, I'm sprinkling some pepper over it. My fresh spices, just 1 teaspoon. As I mentioned them before, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now all the spices come together, the aroma changed even more. The taste changed. I want the flavor of the spices and the pine nuts to stand out beautifully in my pilaf. I've mixed and sauteed everything beautifully. I'm preparing my pilaf. My raisins. I've not soaked it. If you soak them, they will soften further, and with the steam and heat, it will break apart. So we use them like this without soaking. And with the final steam of the cooking, they will soften very, very beautifully without the need to be soaked earlier. And right now, I'm adding the butter on top. I added a piece of butter. Now what do? Quickly, the liver that I fried, put it over the pilaf just like this. I always say this. When preparing a meal, if you organize your ingredients, meaning you have everything ready beside you, your dish will never turn out badly. I added the liver, and now what do? I'll close the lid of the pot and I'll let it boil one last time. Now, my pilaf smells very amazing. I'll just give it a mix like this, back and forth, and let all the delicious flavors meet together. Our tasty liver pilaf is getting ready, just like this. And look, my rice is still white. Why? Because I added the ingredients at the very end of the dish. Are you ready for me to start serving? Because I'm so hungry. Yes, dear viewers, from the Mahmood Rice kitchen this week, we had liver pilaf, a flavor that has survived from the era of the Ottoman cuisine. From here, I say bon appetit, watch our work on YouTube, and please look at our videos on social media. Now goodbye and take care everyone.